Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Canadian Starships live stream Saturday night. Hopefully that you can see me, you can hear me. I'm on the wrong screen here. There we go. That is the housekeeping duties. And Ken says, I can see you and hear you. That is good. Awesome. We've got Ken here saying good evening, everyone. We've got Stephen Haynes here saying hi, Andrew. Hi, Stephen Haynes. Ken says, I can see you and hear you. And Stephen Haynes says hi to Ken. Stephen also says that he can hear me. So that is good. We know that things are working the way that they are supposed to. So that is always a plus. We are here in the shop. We are going to, let me see if I get my arms correct without, on the first go. This one. There we are. We're going to work on this one tonight on the seam work. I've got most of the rim seam mostly taken care of. There's a little bit left to do on it. Some sanding. Oh, my hair. Some sanding, some priming, some probably a little bit more sanding and a little bit more priming, but we'll see. We'll see. And then there's a ton of seams everywhere else on the ship that need to be worked on. So we're going to do that. I have a roly table. So I can roll it around and get all sides of it. So hopefully that's going to be a big bonus to being able to efficiently get work done on this. It gets a little bit tricky once you have a couple of these in the shop. So we're just kind of having to play musical enterprises here a little bit. All right, I have my tea, Earl Grey, hot. So we might as well get at it. What is everybody up to tonight? What are you up to tonight? What are you working on as you're watching the live stream tonight? So I might have to make some adjustments on the fly here. There we go. I will definitely probably have to make some adjustments to the camera. So I need to find my mouse. Here we go. I'm a little bit far away from the screen now. So unfortunately, I can't. It's going to be hard for me to see the chat. Ken says, I am seam filling on my nacelles. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, and my tea, Earl Grey hot, is too far away from me now, too. Let's see if I can position the camera, the above camera, so you can see what I'm working on here a little bit better. Let's see if this is going to work. It might be blown out a little bit, but we shall see. All right, let's try this out. There we go. I can probably move everything this way a little bit. There we go. I'm going to grab my tea and my water. So I've got it. Got to reach across the desk to get it. Having a mobile desk table on wheels is probably going to be really helpful with this project. So let's see. Ken says, first time ever using Bondo. Okay. Let's see. We've got Following Ghost here saying, good evening, guys. Well, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Stephen Haynes is saying hi to Following Ghost. Welcome to the live stream. And we've got a Wild Ken coming in. We've got a Wild Ken in the back room here. Assuming he's coming in.
Hi there.
How's it going?
Good. I'm just sorry. I'm just working on my cells here. I just there we go. Kill my camera. I've never used Bondo before.
Sorry, what was that?
I've never used Bondo before, so I'm experimenting.
Yeah. Looks like you got a fair bit of it on there.
Yeah, a little bit more than I wanted on the top. The bottom, most of it's sanded off because I don't know that my seam was really good to start with.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Always nice. It's always nice if you've got good seams to start with.
Yes.
Let's
see here.
Throw my face cam in the corner here, and I'm gonna switch over to the handheld for a moment.
Sure.
If I can get my mouse to work. There we go.
You have Steve Martin here. He says, "Evening group."
So here's the a little bit up close on that saucer seam. So this side's really disappearing. The saucer seam's disappearing fairly well on this side. I don't know how much the camera's going to pick up here. It disappears a little bit less on the. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see some of the filler work there. So it's disappearing a little bit less on this side. There's some along here that needs to be dealt with. But it's getting pretty. Oh, you can see the putty work there that needs to be cleaned. Oh, that needs to be cleaned up.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
So it's going to need a little bit more sanding. The seam was big. The gap was bigger over on this side than it was on the other. So by nature, this side's just going to take more work than the other side. So that's what we're going to be starting to work with tonight. I might move the desk so that you can actually see the area I'm going to be working on a little bit better.
Alan Kelly is here. He says, "Good evening."
Good evening. I'm hoping I'm pressing the right buttons because I'm far enough away from the desk right now that I can't really tell.
Yeah, so we have an overview of your ship yet. Everything's looking good. So I'm sorry, I'll be a little slow on the on your live chat a little bit while I'm working, but I'm mostly watching your stream as I'm doing this.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Have you used Bondo much before?
I have not used Bondo, no.
Okay. I figure I'd give it a try because some areas are pretty bad, but other areas aren't bad at all on this old kit. I figure all those Starship builders we see on YouTube and stuff can't be all wrong.
Yeah, there's a few of them that use Bondo.
Yeah.
I know Lou likes to use Bondo frequently.
Yeah. Boyd used to.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd give it a shot. I mean, it cost I think just under $10, and I've wasted more than that on worse things.
Yeah.
Heck, I used to be a smoker, so I mean, yeah, I put money right up to smoke.
Yeah, you're literally burning money that way.
Exactly. Tommy's here. He says, gallons of it. I used to constantly on the big ship models. Okay, so you used to use a lot of this Bondo then.
So don't mind me. I'm just reorganizing a little bit here so I can try to get the work I'm going to be doing on camera as much as possible. It's a little bit difficult when the ships get to a certain size to make sure that everything kind of is on camera.
Well, I think you're a little bit beyond that certain size.
But having a desk that rolls around makes a huge difference. There we go. Hopefully this is going to be a little bit easier for people to see what's going on. So I'm going to be working on basically this whole side.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to get that seam to
we've got a good
disappear.
view.
What's that?
We've got a good view then.
Okay. Yeah, trying to get that seam to disappear as much as possible. I mean, I know that there's only so much that's going to be able to be done, but I want to try to do that work that can be done. So I think I'm going to have to sand down a bit, and then I might actually need to add a little bit more filler as well. I'm quite happy with how the other side has turned out, though. It was interesting. The other side fit pretty much perfectly on this one. This side had more of a significant gap, and not all of it necessarily sat down properly. So it's just interesting to see the differences between the two kits, which are supposedly exactly the same.
Right.
All right.
How was it on the other one then? Was it like both of them were bad or both of them were good? Or
it was pretty much the same all the way around.
okay.
Now, what's interesting is the Aztec paint job hides a multitude of sins when it comes to any seam work that's not quite 100% perfect. So it does hide a lot of imperfections just because it is a fairly busy Aztec pattern.
Okay.
But I don't want to be relying on that to be the cleanup for the seam work. So
right. Yeah, I got most of my paints. I got one more showing up tomorrow. I got most of the paints used that Gary at Mass Design recommended.
What brand of paint are you using on it?
Just a bunch of craft paints.
Okay.
So again, that's something I've never done. So, but I do have some paint filters to filter the paint so to make sure there's no like lumps or anything that shouldn't be in there. So, and a bunch of empty Tamiya bottles I bought to mix them into so that I can store them longer term.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I couldn't find my directions. I know I had them at one point. I just misplaced them for the Mass Design masking for this kit. So
well, the nice thing about Mass Design is all their instructions are online.
Yeah, I got a hold of Gary, and he actually told me that he's been following our build.
Oh, good.
Which I thought was really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then he gladly sent me a PDF version so I could see what paints I needed to order.
Well, it's so easy that you don't have to like print something out and send it in the mail, and you don't have to wait for Canada Post to get it to you. And
exactly. Yeah. But the one paint I couldn't find, I had to order on Amazon out of the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though you could find other places that sold the same brand of paint in Canada, just not that color wasn't in stock anywhere that I looked. And then I just got impatient and went, oh, okay, there's only a couple bucks. All these paints are like a $1.30 type thing, or
yeah,
they're cheap.
Cheaper than the Vallejo.
Yes.
I just dropped about $45 on Vallejo paint today.
Well, again, yeah. Did you go into the city? Did you?
Well, yeah, I had to go. Our kids have been at the grandparents for 2 weeks. So my wife had gone and visited her parents for the week she was off work. We split our holiday time up so that over the summertime, so that we've got all the childcare covered. And so she took a week off and took the kids to her parents' place, and then left them there for an extra week.
Nice.
So I just did the turn and burn from Kingston here up to Newmarket. And so anytime I do, I stop at a hobby store in Newmarket. And I had done a run to the hobby stores in Ottawa. I'd gone up specifically to get paint, and they had only had like one bottle of each in stock at the time when I had gone up there. Like, so I had to go to a couple hobby stores just to make sure I got a little bit.
Yeah.
So when I stopped into the hobby store in Newmarket, they must have had about 8 of every color I needed. So I picked up 2 of each color.
Nice.
So that I would have it. Because I'm going to use the same. I'll be using the same coloring on the 1400. I'm going to be doing as well. So whatever I don't use on this project, it'll be good to have the right colors on hand for the 1400 project.
Perfect. Jody Ziri says, hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, Jody. Sorry for the confusion there. Sometimes I don't get my stream scheduled till last minute. I didn't have my stream scheduled, so he thought I wasn't streaming and scheduled his stream for 10.
Oh. So. All right. Were you guys able to sort it out in the end, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing yet. I mean, if he starts the stream, that's fine. I've got it, as always, I've got it set to redirect to his stream after my stream is done.
Nice.
I'm glad that works. Yeah, it seems to work out okay. It's not as flashy and fancy as a Twitch raid, but it works, and that's what's important. Because I figure, like, if you're in the shop watching a live stream while you're getting work done, as you do,
as one does, yes.
I mean, when you're in the flow, you're going to keep going. So why not just have it automatically redirect everybody over to Jody's stream, right?
Exactly.
Makes 100% sense to me.
Tommy says, craft paints work. I've used them for 30 years. Have a DZ sitting here now.
A what?
I'm not sure. DZ.
Having a DZ sitting here now? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Jody says he'll probably start at 10.
Yeah. Well, I'll send everybody over your way at 11 o'clock.
Dozen. That's what he meant. He has a dozen probably right about now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, I've never used the craft paints before because before this, Tommy, I was always like a armor model builder or a aircraft model builder, more the what's seen as traditional, I guess. But I've always wanted to get into Star Trek, Star Wars, that kind of stuff. And I see a lot of these guys do use the craft paints. I guess that too. You are a lot of those ones. They're building larger ships as well, and they are mixing the colors.
Yeah, I've never tried the craft paints.
Well, I guess I'll see how they go, and I guess the big thing will just be testing them, like to when it comes time to once I got them mixed, I'll take out some styrene and just spray it on some styrene and see how it sprays and that sort of thing.
Now I've got the bottom saucer. Sorry, this is the bottom saucer. I've got the top saucer masked off because I don't want to get any overspray on the bottom saucer rim. Sorry, on the top saucer rim. It's weird when it's upside down talking about it. So I've got the top saucer masked off so I don't get any overspray on it. And just getting this fully dried off here.
Jody says, sometimes we just don't have any other choices. We have to use what we can get. Very true.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to do something I wouldn't normally do here. I'm going to spray down some paint on camera.
Not just on camera, live on camera.
Live on camera. I'm going to have to, give me a moment. I'm going to have to open up my garage door, even though it's hot. So I've got proper airflow. Open the garage door, close the door to the house. Just being very careful with this, not to get any extra anywhere. I'm just doing short little passes. All right, we'll let that dry up a little bit.
Well, there we go.
Shouldn't take too long before I can see what that seam looks like. All right, while that's drying, I'm going to go clean up my... Where am I here? I'm going to clean up my sandpaper because it's reusable stuff.
Yep.
So I will be one moment.
All right, sounds good. You mind if I put myself on camera then for a minute?
Oh, sure, you can. I was going to put video of the Enterprise on, but no, put yourself on, show off what you're doing.
Sure. While you're doing that, I'm working on my 537 scale Reliant nacelles tonight while I'm helping Andrew out here. And first time for me, for those of you coming in late, I'm doing well, thanks, Stephen. Yeah, for the first time, this is first time using Bondo. Just I got a little extra just trying to jam it into these seams here, but I was also used some plastic to shim it. But seems to be turning it okay. I ended up, I thought I had really good seams to begin with, so I'm not really ending up with a lot of Bondo left over. So just little bits here and there. So I don't know if I really needed to or not, but it doesn't hurt, I figure. And yeah, so we'll see how it turns out in the end. I know I'll need definitely some sort of filler for around the saucer, because it's got some areas that are a lot more have a lot more issues with little pinholes and stuff like that. Just an older kit, and yeah, it just has issues going together. Anybody else out there tonight working on stuff?
I'm working on an Enterprise D, if that matters.
Oh yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep this sandpaper alive as long as possible because I only have the very smallest amount of it left and I can't get it anymore.
What kind of sandpaper was it?
It's the best sandpaper I've ever used for this stuff, especially for the wet sanding.
Yeah.
So what it is it's 3M.
Mm-hmm.
I had it written down here somewhere.
That was his chair.
Pro Grade Precision. It's like a plasticized backing, so it's not actually paper.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which means it's super flexible, super nice. But I don't think they make it anymore because I can't find it.
Did you ever use sanding sponges?
I haven't used sanding sponges, no.
I mean, because you can even just get like stuff like these sheets. These are from Tamiya. Other companies make like this. That's what this is. Here's the sanding stick is sponge, so it goes around curves really well without flattening off any curves or anything. So
this is particular stuff is 320.
Yeah.
Which is a nice all around. But it's like a plasticized back, which means so it's super flexible, but super durable. It's really nice. And had I known they would stop making it, I would have gone back and gotten tons of it.
Yeah.
But alas, poor York.
It's not always the way.
Yep.
Jody says, I did find some pretty affordable airbrush paint called Miden. 24 colors for under $30 are pretty good. There's some translucent ones. And then he says, I'll be working on the 7D. Tommy says, I'm painting the weapon systems for the Big Kit Bash and building more of the escort ship. Well, that's cool. Judy says, nice, Tommy. It's looking pretty cool. To which he responds, thanks, Jody. It's looking different now. Changing the old gloves.
Yeah, well, I reuse them as much as possible, so try to get them off without destroying them. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I'm getting new gloves afterwards. All right. I'm kind of going to need this to dry up because it's hard to show anything else. Any other work on camera right now, just the way it's all positioned.
Right.
Let it dry up a little bit, and then I can get my garage door closed up again. It's not a pleasant temperature outside.
No.
These days. I know there's some areas where I'm missing some masks. I'm going to have to replace some masks. Actually, that might not be a bad thing to do while I am waiting for that paint to dry up.
So do you just have a bunch of masks just kind of sitting around now, ready to go? Like you print a whole bunch extra up or cut a whole bunch
I don't
off?
know. I've got a bunch that like a bunch of extras I printed.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I've got exactly the right stuff, so we'll have to see. Yeah, there's an area. Let me see if I can grab my show it on handheld here.
Blair says, "Hey, all had a HR role waiting in airport, Hilo, Hawaii.
Had an hour. Had an hour while waiting in airport.
Here we go.
Hilo, Hawaii.
He says, looking good, Ken and Andrew. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to toss handheld up here. I don't know how good it's going to be. My garage door is closed right now, and this works on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So it looks like this area here is going to need a little bit more filler.
A little bit blurry, but yeah, there you go. That's better. Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if you can really see the depression there.
Yeah, we can, yeah.
So unfortunately, it's going to need a little bit more. That's the nature of this work. It's fill, sand, prime. Well, it's fill, sand, prime, repeat. More or less. More or less.
More or less.
More or less, that's what it is.
Yeah. And Alec is here. He's saying hello from work and asking if he can go home early, of course.
That's what he always says.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get that door closed. I'm going to get the cool air coming back in. And I still have to cricket proof one of the one door.
As you were saying, yes.
I got the other one. I got the one cricket proofed.
The one that never opens?
The one that never opens. I got that cricket proofed. And then I did the actual door on the one that normally opens, forgetting that I need to still open it. I need to cricket proof I've been doing a lot of driving today, so my brain is kind of dead. The screen cover thing.
Okay, yeah.
So the bottom of that, it needs to be cricket proof because they get in under the doors, right?
Right.
So that has to be taped down so that they don't get in. So I've got a couple of window masks on the neck on this side that need to be replaced. So let me find my masks, and we'll sort through those. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find the right ones. If we don't find the right ones, I'll have to print them. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to make a couple of adjustments here. Lower my desk back down. I'm going to make some camera adjustments. So while I'm doing that, let's go back to here. Hello, everyone. Where is my tea Earl Grey hot? It's not, the stuff in this cup isn't quite so hot anymore. All right, I'm going to reposition my overhead cam. Takes a moment.
Well, Alec, if your back's killing you, you should mention that to your employer. We can't help you with that.
Get a work assessment. There we go. Desk is recombobulated.
There we go.
Hopefully I've written on the back of these what they're for. Some of them I have, but some of them like this, I have not. So I don't know what that one is. Oh, hold on. Is this the way that we want it? I'm at the top looking down. Does it matter?
I think that's fine.
Or do we want that?
Either way is fine with me. I don't know if anybody else is particular.
We'll go with that for now. This one is not labeled. Great. I know what these are. These are greebles. Okay. Lower saucer wide. Don't need that. Lower secondary hull main windows. Don't need those. I know I don't need these. Upper secondary hull main windows. I might need these on the other side. I'm just rotating my ship here.
And we have Trent just came in. He says, "Hey, Andrew.
How's it going?"
Jody says, "That's better. I was getting really uncomfortable when your hands were at the top."
The reason, though, is things start get upside down when I move the camera this way.
I blame Jody now.
I have to go in, and I have to do this.
Hey, Trent.
This is what looks right for this view.
When you zoom in like that, it makes me think it's almost like a security cam and some employer's checking on his employee. Let's see what he's up to.
There we go. So I'm missing some window masks here. So since I found... Oh, wait. Okay, I pulled the same thing I've done a couple times here. The thing is upside down right now. And you know what? I shouldn't be replacing these yet anyway because I need to sand this bit down.
Oh, yeah, that would, because then you'd
and
have
scrape
a
it
chance
down.
to knock it more off.
So maybe I can do that while I'm waiting for the saucer rim to kind of dry. Saucer rim on the other side here, on this side, looks really good. Problem is I want the other side to look just as good. So I can at least probably start with the rough work here.
Jody says Blair should have control of the camera. LOL.
Don't worry.
I did not see that, Alec.
I will reposition the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, wrong way. There we go. So this has been roughed in. I'm just going to go and start removing a bunch of the excess material, roughly. And I'm actually going to scrape it off with a blade. Because there's a lot of extra material that goes on this when it's being kind of molded into place. And now it just needs to be shaped to look like the rest of the hull.
Blair says, LOL, resemble that.
I'm not sure what he was referring to.
I think when they were talking about having Blair in charge of the camera.
Uh-huh.
Alec got a mail call, some stuff from Howard, and he just posted it in general.
That would be general on the HTM Discord channel for anybody that's not aware.
Yes. Blair says, I got a new camera for next time.
Very cool. Are you working on your Voyager? I'm assuming you're not working on the other thing that arrived. He bought something.
Oh.
He bought something on the secondary market.
Nice.
He got a really good deal on it.
It's always good when you can get a good deal on the secondary market. Because sometimes that secondary market can be really cutthroat.
Yeah, it's amazing what people try to get for kits sometimes.
Yes.
And then round 2 comes along and repops it and crashes their hopes and dreams.
Yep.
Or you just bought something at a ridiculous price and then round 2 goes and repops it.
Yes. Jody says, uh-oh, thunderstorm time. I hope your power stays on.
No thunderstorms here. We could do with the rain, though.
Yeah, no thunderstorms here either.
Everything is such a tinderbox around here. Is your province still on fire?
Yeah, we got issues in places.
So I'm just taking down the bulk of the excess material with the razor blade. And then I will sand down the rest and mold it into the body of the ship. And by the time I'm done, you'd never know that we had to add material here to make it look right.
Jody says it's pouring down here, thunder and lightning.
Oh,
is it very frightening?
Send us some of your rain, please. I don't do very well in the heat, so we've hired a young lad down the street to do our mowing.
Yep.
Our kids aren't old enough to do it yet. One, we support one of the kids on the street, and who's actually looking at going into policing.
Okay.
And he's very what's the word I'm looking for? He takes the initiative.
Yeah.
He's entrepreneurial. So he's not going to just like laze around when he can find a way to make a buck in the summer. So this is our third or fourth year having him do it.
Nice.
But I had to text him and say, like, yeah, don't even bother, because essentially it looks like scorched earth out there right now. So he usually does it every second week.
Yeah.
On the weekend, but it's been well over a month, just because nothing's growing.
Right.
Everything's dying.
And Alec is saying it's bad there too in Arizona. You could use the cool weather and rain.
You're Arizona. You're not allowed to have cool weather and rain. Which islands did you go to, Blair?
He says, I'm stuck in the airport working away home.
And Jody says he's not worried about the roof, apartment building.
Yes, because Alec was saying hopefully a tree doesn't fall on your roof.
Oh. There we go. Context is king. Essentially sculpting a new surface here.
I see that with the razor blade.
Yeah, I'm just using the razor blade to take off the majority of the material, and I'll switch over to sanding here.
Phone?
Nope, that's the chair when I turn it.
I thought that was a phone on vibrate or something.
Nope, turn the chair.
Blair says it's pretty cool to see the Helios model box new. I'm going to say surprise, maybe one day. Or Sarah prize, maybe one day.
I'm assuming he's probably meaning the from Picard. Because it was the saucer of the Enterprise. Oh, so sorry, spoilers.
Yes.
Saucer of the Enterprise, but of course, the secondary hull was kind of blown upified in Generations. So Geordi docked it to the Star Drive section of the Syracuse.
And Howard got you a super sticker.
Woo!
So,
Dash.
Well, thank you, Dash. Thank you very much. That's appreciated.
let's see here. Jody says, I thought Jordan was joining you for a second there.
Yeah, no, totally my chair. It needs to be oiled probably. So taking down the majority of the excess material with the blade really makes cleaning it up with sanding a lot easier, because then you're not trying to sand down all the extra. So you can really refine it with the sanding.
Alex says, oh man, Andrew, I haven't seen TNG yet. Now you have spoiled it. Perhaps I can skip it. LOL, just kidding.
Not TNG.
Nope.
Star Trek Picard. Well, I guess Generations, the movie. Spoiler for a 30-year-old movie?
Howard says, Andrew was late on his stream today.
Nope. Was not late on my stream today. I streamed at exactly the right time. I stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. And I might have been like a second late hitting the button, but I was pretty much right on time. Keep in mind, there is a 7-second delay on YouTube, so.
That is true. Yes, I think unless Howard, you're thinking because of Jody's stream starting here in like a couple minutes. Andrew didn't post his stream link in the HTM Discord, so I think Jody just thought he wasn't doing one.
Well, I didn't create the stream, so I was doing a turn and burn run to the in-laws to pick up my kids today, about 3 hours each way, and so I didn't get a chance to actually create the stream ahead of time. So Jody created his stream before I created mine, and saw that I didn't have my stream made, not knowing that sometimes I'm not creating the stream until minutes before I have to go live, depending on how the day's been. But yeah, no, I'll usually post if I'm not going to make it to a live stream, which is rare. Either I'll know ahead of time and post it, or I'll post it earlier in the day if it looks like I'm not going to make it.
Alec is thanking Howard for his nice gift there, or gifts. Howard says, so I know other people probably already talked about Strange New Worlds episode 5, but did you get the feeling they were doing something similar to Transformers or the new Fantastic Four?
So are you talking about the one from last week?
Yeah, he said episode 5.
Yes, that would have been last week's. So what happened last week?
No spoilers.
Yeah. It wasn't shuttle to conform. No, it was. Oh, it was. It was where they go down to the planet, go to the temple thing, and medical red shirt guy gets it. I have to say medical red shirt because he doesn't literally wear a red shirt because he's medical, but.
Crewman number 5.
Oh, he actually got a name during the episode.
Wow. Well, a lot of them did too in the original season too. Ensign so-and-so was a good man. Why did you kill him?
But is that the one you're talking about, Dash?
Let's see here. I'll start that one. Yeah, he forgot to do his stream. No one knew. Okay, yeah. And he says, but I'm guessing that Andrew going to say that he never saw the movies yet, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And no, the one with the big ship and John ending, I knew already.
The one with the big ship that looks weird? That would have been the one from Thursday, episode 6. The Salot that ate its tail is the name of the episode. I don't want to give too much away because it is the episode from this week. I'm sure a lot of people haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Last night, I was actually supposed to drive to my in-laws last night, then stay over and drive the kids back today. But my wife was feeling sick, and I had a migraine last night.
Oh, that's no good.
So I ended up not doing the drive last night, opting to do a turn and burn today instead.
Howard says the ho-hum ending, and he said, okay, episode 6.
The ho-hum ending. I mean, it was probably one of the more Star Trek-like episodes, in my opinion. It more focused on the TOS crew. They very deliberately put the crew members together that they did for future down the road reasons. I'm not sure about the Transformers thing. Did he say Transformers or?
He did say Transformers, or the new Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I'm not. I was never a big Transformers guy, and I haven't seen the new Fantastic Four movie, so I wouldn't know. Although the episode of Strange New Worlds was filmed before the Fantastic Four movie came out, so they wouldn't have had any foreknowledge about the movie.
Howard said, I'm just asking if you saw Transformers, Beast Wars, and Fantastic Four movie. You'd get the vibe I felt seeing Star Trek version.
Yeah, no, I haven't, so my bad. Have you seen them, Ken?
I have seen them, yes, but I haven't seen that episode of Star Trek yet, so I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll be very careful not to spoil it for you. Have you been watching Strange New Worlds?
Not yet. I haven't started. I like to watch it kind of binge watch.
Have you watched any of the previous seasons of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So my friend's dad, who is the stand-in for Anson Mount on the show.
Yeah.
He's also now the stand-in for Paul, the guy who plays Kirk.
Okay.
But he's not sure he wants to commit to doing it if they go to another 5-year series after Strange New Worlds ends with the TOS crew.
Yeah.
Because he's getting close to retirement age. I don't mind talking about that now because the guys who run the show are talking about it now.
Yeah. Howard said, the exact reason I say ho hum, I knew the ending.
Oh, you figured out the twist at the end. There's always a twist. There's always a twist. There's always a twist at the end. Oh, better be careful the mouse doesn't come after me for that. I need to look at. I can look at my own reference. See how far back the sensor band actually goes.
Howard says the reason why I probably I feel that way is I've seen a lot of movies and shows.
Yeah. Are there really any original ideas anymore?
Not as many as there used to be.
All right. Let me see if I can get a bit of a close-up shot of how this is looking for everybody so they can see it in a little bit more detail than just the blown out overhead lights shot. After I get these gloves off. I wonder which islands Blair went to. When we were on our honeymoon. We went to we started in Honolulu, but it was during one of those government shutdowns, so we couldn't do Pearl Harbor or anything because it was a government-run facility.
Right.
We were only planning on spending 2 days in Honolulu, and then we did 4 days on Kauai, which I think was our favorite. And we did 4 days on Maui, which was also really nice. On Maui, we had some of the best fresh tuna. Like, what's it called? Wahi tuna? I can't remember. But it was like fantastic. Just like seared on each side, and then like sushi in the middle, which was great. And we visited a coffee grove on Kauai.
Steven says, night and take care, everyone. You have a good night, Steven.
All right, have a good night. Stephen Haynes, thanks for stopping in. We also did a helicopter tour on Kauai. And we got to see one of the wettest places on the face of the earth.
Oh?
Yeah, it was inside a volcano crater. And we were actually able to get like right into the mouth of the volcano. It wasn't active anymore, and it was all like super lush and everything. And it's something that, because of the cloud cover that's typically there, they can't normally do it.
Yeah.
But it just happened to be the perfect conditions for us to be able to see it all.
Well, that's cool.
So you know it's kind of special when the helicopter pilot gets excited about it.
Well, Howard was just asking, did you see any banana plantations or volcano areas?
Yeah, volcano, coffee plantation, not a banana plantation though. I can't remember if which island the Jurassic Park stuff was on. Dash says, well, I'd have a Discord talk with spoiler talk of what I mean. They are doing remakes of remakes already. I watched the first episode of Alien Earth. That's got a little interesting start.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes as well, Howard. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll keep watching for now.
Dash says, I forgot what island they filmed it, Lost on. Yeah. I should rewatch Lost. It's been a long time. See if I understand it better this time around.
Or if you get lost. That's a series I never did watch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's kind of like, it's one of those series where you somewhat have to pay attention.
Yep.
And I honestly don't have time to watch a lot of stuff where I have to pay attention. So I'm very, very picky about which shows I'm actually watching that require me paying attention.
Howard says, I need to finish it from season 6 on, and I never finished it yet, or Game of Thrones.
Oh, I was gonna pull the camera out and show you how it's coming along here.
You were.
And I got talking, looking at the chat, and forgot.
Alex asking again, did you fly by Jurassic Park?
Tell me which island it was on.
Blair says, Lost, Jurassic Park, both filmed on Oahu. And
Yeah, we didn't see it then.
Yeah.
Blair, which islands did you go to? Islands or island? Still a little wonky there, but it's getting there.
Yeah, coming along nicely.
There's a wee bit of a divot right here. I'm going to have to probably put a little bit more material in. Not sure why that happened. It's going to have to be sanded down some more. Just a little bit at a time here. Oh, and you can see those windows that are missing masks, but
Howard's asking what that black dot is.
Just a piece of probably just a piece of adhesive. The JB Quick Weld. I'd scraped a little bit off in here because it does seep out, so you have to clean it all up. So it probably just flaked over to the other side.
Blair says, I'm on the big island, Hawaii.
Okay. Staying in Honolulu, flying out of Honolulu Airport. We flew into Honolulu. There's a bit of, let's switch back here. I stopped the camera before I switched over. We flew into Honolulu, and that's where we started our stay. And it was weird. We did like Air Canada from Toronto to Dallas, Fort Worth. Then I think it was American from Dallas Fort Worth to Honolulu. Then we did Hawaiian Airlines from Honolulu to Kauai. Then we did Hawaiian Airlines from Kauai to Maui. And then it was United from Maui to San Fran. And then Air Canada again from San Fran to... I thought Honolulu was on the big... Okay. It's been a long time, so I get it. I don't know anything.
And I've never been there. Howard says, "Oh, it's the D beauty mark that moves around the ship."
Yeah, like the Sheriff of Rottingham.
Yes.
Prince John. It was Prince John.
Yes, it was actually. Yes. Robin Hood men in tights.
Tights. Yeah, I don't trust my brain tonight. Too much driving on the 401 today.
I'll do it. Blair says Hilo and Kona on Hawaii.
We were there in October. So it wasn't terribly hot or anything like that. We'd like to go back at some point. Have to be after the kids are older.
All right, I'm going to grab a file, I think. There's my chair again.
Howard said, when my folks were getting ready to leave, some dumb lady said a guy had a gun, and they had to all debark the planes for 2 hours, and they ended up booting her and the guy off, even though he had no weapon.
Not the guy's fault.
Probably some lady not minding her own business.
Trying to mind someone else's business.
Well, this kind of work is just keep at it a little bit at a time until it looks right. Bit by bit.
Howard says, I would have been able to go, but the nun was going to fail me in all my subjects, so I didn't get to go with my folks. And Blair says, peace out, boys. Gotta catch a flight.
Enjoy.
Have fun, Blair. Have a safe flight.
Hopefully it's not Air Canada, or you won't be getting very far.
Howard said, this was 40 years ago to just more Karens nowadays than there was back then.
Yeah, and they have a name for them now.
Yes.
Yeah, hope Hope Blair doesn't have any Air Canada connecting flights or anything like that, although he should be probably flying right into Vancouver. For those of you who may not be aware, our national carrier, Air Canada, their flight attendants are currently on strike.
Yes.
So a lot of flights being canceled.
But it's not our only airline.
No.
It's our only airline that probably goes to Hawaii. I don't
Yeah.
think WestJet goes there.
I don't know if they do or not.
I don't know if Transat does.
Tommy says, "Night, guys. Finally got to a stopping point. All right, you
All
take
right.
care. Have a good night.
Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in, spending some time here. Well, I do the riveting work of seam work.
Howard says, "Oh, on today in history, 48 years ago, we had an airline disaster. Do you guys know what it is?" And he said, "Oops, 38 years ago."
I feel like Pan Am was in December.
When was no? It wouldn't have been
December
Air
of
India.
'89. What's how many years ago?
He says 38.
38. I'm 45. So I would have been 7. So I'm trying to think. When I was 7. Well,
He said 155 people died and one survivor.
one survivor. Is it international or was it within the United States? Whoa. No. One survivor. That's the kicker. That's the thing. Because I was thinking Air India, but there were no survivors of Air India. It exploded.
Yep.
I'm not sure which one it was.
Howard also said, "Don't fly Spirit Airlines. You may not make it either."
I flew Spirit once.
Oh, you made that mistake too, did you? So did I.
It was.
It would have been probably 2012.
Well, technically, I flew twice because it was a return flight.
Yeah. I mean, it was a $9 flight. So, I mean, how can you complain about a $9 flight?
Yeah. So Howard says it was in the USA.
Okay. 1987. The state. Well, would it have been the Air Florida flight? Was there a survivor on Air Florida?
Howard said, "If I give away the state it happened in, that might narrow it down."
Well, that's why I'm thinking it might have been the Air Florida, because if you say like Air Florida, or if you say Florida, you might think the Air Florida flight.
Howard said, "I would have to look."
There was also that one that crashed into a neighborhood, but there were more survivors of that one. It was more than just one. That was a regional jet.
I watch a lot of Mayday.
Sometimes I do too.
You know what's really fun? Watching Mayday while you're on a flight.
Oh, I've never done that. I don't fly that often though either.
I might have successfully dealt with the dent.
Howard says, okay, it was Northwest Airlines flight 255.
I'm not remembering the circumstances of that one, which I've probably seen the Mayday episode for it, but Pan Am Lockerbie was one of the first news reports I specifically remember where I was the night we heard the news, all that kind of stuff. Like the first truly memorable,
Yeah.
like world event that I remember the news reports for as it was happening. How are we doing on time here?
You are at you got 35 minutes.
We've got about 6 viewers.
Yes, it's been dropping over the past 10 minutes.
Yeah. Everybody gone over to Jody?
Could be.
Maybe he's doing something more exciting than I am.
Well, it could be.
All right. Where did that piece of sandpaper go? Oh, I hope I didn't lose it. It's one of the good ones. Well, I know we lost Blair because he got on an airplane.
Yes.
Hence all the airplane talk. Oh, the I found it. It's in the water container.
There you go.
So I might actually not want wet sandpaper right now for that.
Howard says the survivor was a 4-year-old girl, and the flight crashed after takeoff.
Yeah, I'm blanking on that particular one.
Sounds familiar, but yeah.
There's a few of them that always stand out to me.
How about the
And of
Gimli
course,
glider?
Pardon?
How about the Gimli glider?
Yeah.
My grandparents lived in Gimli at the time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Did they see the plane?
Yep. Afterwards, yep.
They went. It was probably an event in the community. You don't get a 767 landing at the decommissioned airstrip very often.
No, that's currently being used for drag races.
Yeah.
He said it was. Howard says it was at 8:45 in the evening. After 8:45, it happened in Michigan.
Sometimes with this seam work, you can't really trust your eyes with it. You really have to like feel, because in some stages you'll still see it, even though like it'll look worse than it actually is when you feel it, or it'll look okay, but you can feel the step.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done refining this, I want it to be as unnoticeable as a bit of corrective work as possible. Like I said, the Aztec pattern hides a multitude of issues in and of itself. So
Good to know in case I have that issue here.
well, is that a 2-color Aztec?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if the 2-color would hide that stuff quite as well. But there's the 4 colors on here, and it's quite busy, so it does hide a bunch of stuff. Now, are you going the refit route with the paint scheme at all? With the iridescence?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, not the iridescence. If I do a 537 refit, then yeah, I would do it for that.
Which, I mean, it only had that on the studio model for the first movie. They got rid of them.
Yeah, they ended up toning it down for this. For
It's too hard to film, apparently.
Yeah. Howard said to hit the railroad track bridge over I-94. They had gotten confused on the wrong takeoff runway and tried to take off, but couldn't get enough lift and crashed. The big thing was finding that girl. He said there was practically nothing left of that plane.
Yeah. Well, I'm amazed the one guy walked away from the Air India flight.
Oh, the one just this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're sanding too.
I am. Although Howard says the best one is you guys landing jets upside down that takes right to talent there. Well, that wasn't a Canadian Airlines
That wasn't
one.
us.
No, it was at one of our airports, but it wasn't us. Wasn't that Delta?
It was a Delta subsidiary. Like one of the companies that they have run their connecting, like their
Right.
Regionals.
And then Howard said, yes, Delta.
I mean, the runway was fine. I'd just taken off that runway a couple days before. Pretty sure that one was pilot error.
More than likely, yeah. Howard said, if my girlfriend or I fly to her country or back, it's a Turkish Airlines. I wonder if they go gobble gobble.
Yeah. Is Turkish Airlines the only option? Yes, my chair is very loud.
It is.
I think this side has turned out quite nice. I will show it close up here in a moment.
Howard says, I guess I'll have to message Helios again about my NX-01.
Yeah, it's all got to do with the factory making those things. They essentially place the orders, and then they're at the mercy of the factory. Well, it's like the time difference between me getting the B and you getting the Excelsior.
Months.
Yeah. And that was the same order, essentially.
Yeah. Ordered at the exact same time.
My guess is that they did a run of the Bs and then they did a run of the Excelsiors.
Yeah. They probably got more requests for the Bs than they did the Excelsior, if I had to guess.
Quite possible. I mean, you'll get it. There's no worry that you'll get it. It's just a matter of when, and Helios really does not have any control over that, unfortunately.
Howard says, pretty much if you want a direct flight, either a stop in Istanbul, and then, well, I got my stuff for the decals and the lighting kit.
Okay. There we go. You can see the sensor band there. Still tapering a little bit at the end, but it's coming along nicely. And then the shape on the top is looking about right. And it's blending well when you feel it with your finger. Yeah. You can see that, you can still see the putty there, but it's blending well. So that's not going to need a whole lot more refinement. Obviously, the other side is going to need some work because there's just some steps with the way the parts go together, but I'll deal with that when that gets flipped over. So I'm quite happy with that.
Howard says, what are you doing about the broken saucer ×2 you got? Yeah, just waiting for another one.
All right. I'm going to switcheroo the cameras here. Move this back over here. I've got to be careful. The floor that the working area, the half of the shop, the half the garage that is the shop, has a wood floor that's level because there's a 6-inch difference on the grade between the back and the front of the garage. I think they went a little bit crazy on that, but it's meant for snow melting off vehicles, right? So the water runs down and under the garage doors and out.
Right.
So to level the floor, we built up a floor, a wood floor, but there's a step down to the cement floor. So I just have to make sure that I don't send the table too far that way, or it'll fall off the level. All right, I need to try to see if I can find. Okay, next side windows. I'm going to need those. Oh, these are the little doohickeys on for the Enterprise E, from the mask set for that. Greebles.
Howard says, wouldn't it be easier to fix your first one, or are you going to use them as testing subject? Yeah, the first one was actually parts that were actually broken off that I didn't find. They just weren't there, so.
Well, it's your main saucer piece that's just like broken across it, right?
For the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some parts missing, chipped out, broken, and like off of the impulse engines on the back and stuff too. So
Not really mendable.
no, and the second one is all cracked right up all across one side, and then all comes around the curve around the front of the bridge area. And because it's a complex curve, it doesn't want to go back into shape.
I'm not having much luck finding the windows I need.
Howard says, so Andrew's saying he'll do a Dawn swivel chair fiasco?
Who, what, and a what now?
Well, yeah. Yeah, so Andrew's saying he'll do a Dawn, which is a swivel chair fiasco.
I'm not sure what that is. I did fall off. Like the chair went out from underneath me on a live stream a few weeks ago. I don't know if that's what he's talking about. So unfortunately, I don't seem to have, or I haven't labeled the those masks that I need. So I'm going to have to print myself some new ones. But I have successfully gotten that sensor band area on the secondary hull dealt with. And I think I want the paint to dry a little bit more on that saucer rim before I do any more work on it. So I think we're kind of at a natural ending point right now.
Okay.
When it comes to the work. And there's only about 20 minutes left in the normal time. So I think I might just end it a little bit early. Plus, if you're still here, there's another stream that we're going to send you to. So no worries about having some content to watch. So I think we're going to leave it there tonight. Hope that you've enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure you hit that like button if you're new to my channel or you haven't done so yet. Hit the subscribe button today. You'll make me very happy if you do. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat here. Dash says Wednesday night last week, Don dropped his model on the floor and okay, got it. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are absolutely not doing that. Not a chance. No way, no how, Howard. And Alex says that he remembers that. He called it a jailbreak. Yeah, let's not do that. All right, for now, my name is Andrew. This is Canadian Starships. Producer tonight has been Ken. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.
And remember, we're going to automatically send you over to Jody's stream. So you don't have to do anything. Just sit back, relax, and